But anyway, this is Capricorn mini reading, 1st of December to the 15th. Past or problematic area, current energies for the fortnight, sort of an outcome or a message or what it's going to turn out like by the time you get to the 15th. So let's quickly shuffle these for Capricorn for December the 1st through to the 15th. And please, if you haven't subscribed, it does cost nothing. A lot of people write to me or message me, or when I see people in the street and they say, oh, hey, Betty, I didn't subscribe because, you know, how much does it cost? It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So please hit the subscribe. And if you've got comments, please place them below, like and share the video. So this is Capricorn for 1st of December through to the 15th. Good luck, Capricorn. I hope you get a lovely positive reading. Oh, okay, thankfully the Seven of Swords is sitting in your recent past or your energy starting the month. This can be lies, stealing, cheating, deceit. It can be stress. It can be that you're very, very stressed about a past event. It can also be for some of you Capricorns out there that you're holding on to something from the past and it's painful. You're holding on to a painful event. So adding some insult to injury basically there. Okay, for some of you this is work related. For others this is fertility related. And for others this is about your soulmate. Your soulmate is on the table, and there's been either jealousy, suspicion, fears. I just feel like someone took something from you. I also feel like you're holding on to the drama and the pain of whatever it was. It may have happened 7 months ago because we got double sevens on the table. Now, sevens that are red are all about change and movement in the way that you want things to go. When they're black, it's like someone forced this change on you. Someone maybe came home one day and said, I'm leaving. Someone may have came into work and said, the job's not here anymore. It's like some sort of forced change has gone on. You feel like someone robbed you. Also, for some of you, there may have been sickness in the past. I feel it's around a young male, someone 35 and under, or it could be around your soulmate, your partner. It could even be around an animal. For some of you out there, this might be a cat, a dog, a horse, your favorite pet. There may be fears and worries and concerns around an animal. I was just feeling that in my mind, that it might be nothing to do with a human being. There may have been some loss or something in the recent past, or maybe in July, 7 months ago, 7 weeks ago. And I'm just getting a message in my mind here. For some Capricorns, there may be something that happened in July 10 years ago or 20 years ago, or something that happened long ago, and you're holding on to that again for some reason. For others, this is about work, and some of you may have lost your job, or it's changed and it doesn't feel right anymore. You don't feel like you fit. You were passionate about it, but you don't feel like it fits anymore. So let's get more information about the fortnight, the 1st to the 15th. You're starting something new. This is building for your future. Now, this could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a family type situation. This is a very, very positive card for getting together with friends and family, work colleagues, building for that future that you want. It's like maybe you're finally going to let go of this. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, you've got shocking news, so I need 2 more cards. Good and bad news coming in the fortnight. It is all work related, what I'm looking at here. The only love card you got is the soulmate card. Like I said, that could be a pet or an animal or a child. You have news coming in about travel. This is about a car, a plane ticket, a bus ticket. It's something to do with movement. and work, an opportunity. Someone's been irresponsible, but through them being irresponsible, you win. This is where structure comes back in, and someone's being taught a lesson here, and you sort of win and get stability back. I do feel for some of you there may be a pay cut where you are, and that causes you stress because you're feeling like, well, why should I have a pay cut and still work my 38-hour week and still do the same job I was doing? Why should I have to take less money? But it will create stability. This is creating stability. Within a relationship type thing, if you want me to look at that, we have a Bucks night, we have the 2 jacks on the table. We have where the stress and the worries and clinging to the past is finally sort of going to be over. You may find out about someone who lied or cheated this thing in the past. You may be revealed some information. Just be careful of who that information comes from. It might be gossip, and it might be someone that's being impulsive with their actions to try and cause some sort of pain for somebody else. But it looks like you just teach them a lesson. This is like teaching a lesson. For some of you, you might be an actual teacher and you're going to work in a all girls or all boys school because we've got the same sex on the table. And for some of you, being that we got same sex on the table, it could be a same-sex relationship that you're wanting information on. It looks like it was very painful in the past, but it looks like something's coming in now. Okay, we have the King of Swords. He is the truth teller. He wants action. He wants it now. He can be a lawyer. He can be military, police. He wears a uniform. He's official. And if he works as a plumber, let's say, I doubt it, but if he does, he's just very official and truthful. So the truth is there. Let's see what it does to my Capricorn people. Makes you very, very happy. Very, very happy. This is emotional, financial stability. This is commitment from both sides. This can be a marriage proposal. This can be from a very stressful past, balance returning, and then finally happiness coming back in. So congratulations to some of you who are getting married, engaged. And for some of you who may have been in a long-term commitment, maybe 7 years or more, it looks like stability is coming back into your life. All of this crap in the past is getting back on track, and this is new beginnings and commitment to the job, to the marriage, to the partnership, whatever it may be for you. So let's get your oracle message. Actually, we'll get 2 this time. Put all your thoughts and energies into the situation. Positive thought, positive thought. Can't instill that much more than I can say it over and over and over. Yeah, positive thought is needed here. Get out of the negative thought pattern or the jealousy, the anger, the sadness, whatever this is. Put constructive thought patterns in and it will work. And over here, your other message is your answers lie within. So whatever you're questioning, whatever you're holding on, and you know you shouldn't hold on to it anymore, you should let go of this stuff, you know the answer is there right in front of you. So that's what I have, Capricorn. Hope that's helped, and good luck with the 1st through to the 15th of December. It looks like it's all turning around for the better. For those of you with legal matters, this is all the stress and stuff. Maybe something was stolen from you. This is going to court, and you think you're going to get, let's say, $200. It's more like $7,000. It's a lot more. It's a lot more if you're going for payout. It's finally bridging the gap. So anyway, that's what I have for Capricorn. Hey there, Aquarius. This is your mini reading for 1st of December to the 15th. Hope you're well wherever you are. Hope this reading gives you answers that you seek. I'm doing things a little bit differently. This is your past or problem area as per usual. This is current energies for the fortnight. This is like an outcome or a message or advice. We will get an oracle card from here, but we'll also get one from here. And of course, we'll put some of these on the table. So let's have a look for Aquarius. Okay, that one wants to come out, so that will be in your first section. Aquarius, 1st to the 15th of December. I was trying earlier when I was shuffling these up to do that where they flip the cards and put them all back together. I've never been good at shuffling cards, and you'd think after nearly 40 years of reading cards that I'd actually be able to do that. And I know some of you sitting there going, 40 years that you've been shuffling cards and doing cards. Wow, I haven't even been on the planet that long. Okay, so this is for Aquarius, 1st of December through to the 15th. Good luck, Aquarius. Let's see what we get. So past or problem or challenge area, your heart, overflowing with love. Why is that sitting in the past or the challenge area? You would want that over here. So for some of you, this is an emotional matter. It's sitting in the past. You're very emotional about it. I'd have to say it might be negative emotions because it is sitting in the past or challenge, but I might be wrong. It might be that in the past, in recent past, or maybe even 6 months ago or something like that, you were really happy and contented. So if these cards are red, it means that there is no challenge or negative sort of thing. It's nice. No. This is what I thought. Okay, so there may have been disappointment in someone. There's a female energy on the table. There's also something to do with a water sign, an earth sign, and a fire sign. Now you are an air sign, so I feel like you might be dealing with two separate people. There's some sort of conversation that went on in the past, and it caused you a bit of stress when you were at home, and then a lot of stress. Some of you might have been having financial issues as well. And for some of you out there, this is about a pregnancy. I don't know if it happened or it didn't happen because it's black. The one in the middle is like it did happen. Pregnancy, a new birth, a baby. It would be a baby girl, but it's sitting in the challenge area. So maybe it was a bit hard. But anyway, getting back to like relationships and chitty chatter and all that sort of thing, I feel like there's been some sort of conversation. It may have been while you've been at home, because this can be internet communication, telephone communication. It could be about money, but you have this Ace of Hearts. So I feel it's relationship and money and work. Somehow they're tied together. So some of you might be involved with someone that you work with. Now, the nines to me tell me that one or both of you have brought it to an end, and that might be why this is your heart sitting in your challenge area. You were happy, but something's sort of clouded that. So let's just have a look moving on, because that is the past. It is challenges that have already occurred. Okay, we have something that's toxic, something that either you or somebody else keeps putting on the table in front of each other. It could be a toxic relationship. It could be a toxic job. And for some of you, it could be actually where you work in a factory where there's chemicals or smoke or something that's damaging your health. But yeah, I feel this is something to do with over here, where some sort of conversation went on, something came to an end. One person wanted it, one person did it. Someone was telling truth, someone was telling lies, or maybe you found out that all this stuff someone was telling you was actually bogus. It was not real. It's caused you stress, but you were happy. Now we've got this toxic thing. There's something, either someone's obsessed with you or you're obsessed with them. It's sort of like where I want it, I want it, I want it. I know it's bad, but I just want it, and I'm just going to keep going for it. So that's sitting there in this fortnight. I don't know if you're clinging to something that was there. We'll see what we get on the table. Yep, 7. So there's something that ended. You've got soulmate and you've got news. So what's the news? You've got love coming from a young person. This person would be maximum 35 years old. You've got new love and beginnings. You've got something that come to an end that's caused you grief. You are holding on to something that's toxic, something that's not right. I'm surprised a 3's not on the table, because it probably will come out over here. I'm just feeling like there's an offer of genuine love and movement. It's also where you might be moving out of one situation, one household into a new one. This is where you got happiness and everything. Someone's going to surprise you with this declaration of love. I think you feel like it was gone and you were holding on to something or someone else. And it could also be where you're working hard on love and relationships and your health. This may be where you were sick in the past, something built up and got really out of control. You may have needed surgery. And then it's sort of like you're not seeing results, or you're feeling like it wasn't getting any better. It was only slightly better. This is where your health turns around for the better. And it's the help from this young person. Now, for some of you, this might have something to do with a dog, a cat, or a child, and nothing to do with you yourself. But yeah, there's something toxic that you're holding on to. Even though this is showing movement forward in the right direction, you're still holding on to something that you know it either causes you grief, them grief, or somebody else. It causes... I even feel like for some of you out there, not all, some of the Aquarius people out there, you're jealous of something else, but you've got something really good in front of you. You just need to turn around and look at it. Because if this is you, you're looking back here. You do have a water sign on the table that's sitting right on top of this toxic thing. So some of you might be involved with the water sign. Okay, so let's see your outcome. Justice will prevail. So justice is going to come out. This is going to be right. This wrong is going to be righted. If that makes sense, righted. Okay, you have... Like I said, I thought it might be a third party thing. We have father and son, or husband and wife here, because this is a soulmate card. We have a soulmate couple here on the table, very emotional, very dedicated to each other. Now that could be you and your partner, but we have another person. This one's secrets. This one's secretive. This is something behind closed doors. Conversation going on at nighttime with somebody. This is someone being irresponsible, and justice is going to come out about this irresponsible actions. Now with work, this tells me that 4 hours work turned into 9 hours work, went back to 7 hours work. The money was sort of even Steven there, but now it's feeling like there's some other journey you want to go on. You want to do something different. For some of you, you might want to give up work. You were happy at work, but you've had a baby, or you want to focus on family, and it just feels wrong for you. It's a forced change for you, but then it all works out. I feel for some of you in a marriage or a long-term commitment or something like that, it's going to turn around and it's going to stabilize, as long as you don't hold on to this toxic thing or make irresponsible choices, especially at night. I feel like there might be conversations at night. Or it could be somebody else that's talking about you at night. But there's definitely someone being irresponsible here. Now, this is the air sign, and you are an air sign, and it could be, don't be impulsive, because it's not going to come off too well. This is rushing in and wanting justice and wanting to say something and have a conversation with someone. And if you look at it, this couple here, they're in a passionate romance, and they're good for each other. Then this symbol over here, they're looking on their own horizon, their own agenda. They're wanting to rush in. So hopefully this is not someone doing this to you. Be very careful of what somebody else is telling you, because I feel like there's truth and lies in this situation. And be very careful who you talk to too, because I feel like people are watching and wanting to say something. You've got a nice, if this is you here, you've got a nice romantic new start, letting go of something, but you're still holding on to it. But I just feel like you start to get back on track with something, and then you revert and you get impulsive and you want to say something or do something because you want justice. I feel like for some of you, you might have feel like something was taken from you, or someone took you for a ride. They told you one thing, but they actually meant another thing. And it may have something to do with work and money as well. So let's see, your message is you have a choice to make right now. Hold on to the past or let it go. That's what I'm seeing. Hold on to something that's not right or toxic or just not right, or let it go and focus on something that makes you happy and makes you feel good. And with your health, make healthy choices. So let's see. And with your work as well. Your other message is kindness. Now that can be about being kind to yourself, not being so hard on yourself. It could also be show kindness to those who need it and those who deserve it. So that's what I have for Aquarius for December the 1st through to the 15th. I hope that's helped. Please let go of whatever that toxic thing is that you've got there, because you could have something very, very beautiful. Very, very happy and stable. Now, I'm not seeing you with one person together, but it is showing up with the committed couple on the table, even though they're both male. They can be male, female, two males together. It is showing that there's a lot to work on and movement together in the right way. I do feel that one of you is working a lot harder at trying to mend this, and the other one's just sort of looking at the past and holding on to the past, holding on to something that they think will make them happy. I'm starting to wonder whether this happiness was false. This happiness was false because the lies and stuff is sitting right on top of the happiness that you think in the past. Anyway, that's what I have for December the 1st to the 15th. Hi there, Pisces. This is your December 1st through to the 15th reading. As per usual, we have the challenge or the past, the current energy, and immediate future, or some sort of information or advice, or anyway, let's just have a look. Okay, they've jumped out, so we'll stop right there. So Pisces, we will do the tarot, the normal poker deck. We'll get an oracle from here and also from this other deck that I have on the table today. So I'll just move that candle over there. These candles were from Bunnings, no advertisement, but they are fantastic. They can do all different colours and yeah, really, really nice. All right, so let's get on with it. You have a Virgo around you, Pisces. Not all of you, but some of you do. The Hermit is on the table. So I feel like your challenge area is trying to go within and work out what to do next. Maybe you just don't get enough time for yourself. Maybe because it's sitting in challenges, I'm wondering whether you can withdraw from a situation because it's a challenge at the moment. But for some of you, you've actually decided to withdraw from a situation, go inside yourself and plan for your future. We have, in your challenge and problem area, something around a female. This is actually to do with pregnancy and a baby boy for some of you. A dark-haired female might be pregnant, might be giving birth. It's not actually a challenge, it's actually a good thing. For some of you, there is making up with a female friend in the past, or it can be a reunion with someone you haven't seen for years. For some reason, it's sitting as a challenge for you. It's sitting in the past. Also, we have where you're looking at the past of something to do with making up, making decisions and changing things. You need to turn around and look at, there's a new friendship, a new beginning there. For some of you, this is a sexual union as well. It could just be a sexual friendship type thing, and that might be why it's sitting in the challenge area, that you're in a relationship right now and you're wanting a bit more, and you might be withdrawing from that because you feel like it's just fun and games and sex and that all the time. So we have the Emperor. Someone's calling the shots. Now, is it you, Pisces? Are you going to stand up and call all the shots? Or is somebody else trying to tell you what to do during the 1st through to the 15th? And some of you might be seeking advice from a professional a doctor, a lawyer, a financial advisor, something very official going on here, rules and regulations, and someone calling all the shots. Double threes on the table. They are in a good way. They are both red. For some of you, this is about pregnancy and baby boys and lots of happiness, and that would be the proud father. He may be someone very high up or very official. And it may also be someone telling you what to do about family members or children. There is some miscommunication going on there. The Eight of Spades could be about... It could be someone with drugs or alcohol problems or even medication problems. I'm feeling like something's going to be turned around and wishes coming true. If you've got a family member and there's something to do with alcohol or actual medication and things like that, and there's been a problem in the past, it's looking like it's going to turn around for the better. For those of you with a friendship, new relationship, things like that, there's a lot of sex if you want it and a lot of fun, but I feel your wishes are coming true. Be prepared. For some of you, there may be some conflict within a family unit, or about a third party situation, but I don't really feel a third party situation here because of the other cards. Another three's on the table, so you're being told 3, 3, 3, the 3rd, the 6th, the 9th. So this is the 1st through to the 15th, so those dates might be very prominent. 2 of the dates, the 3rd and the 6th, I feel will be a positive sort of step in the right direction. The 3rd one, the 9th, I feel where you might get a bit confused with your options, because you've got options where you're trying to make a choice to move forward with either you or decisions you have to make. And you may even have problems with a child or a family member during that time. It may have nothing to do with those dates. You also have a family member on the other side coming through. I'm feeling a male and a female energy, something to do with March, June and September, also something to do with 3, 6 and 9. So let's see what we get for your outcome or messages. Yeah, 3 9s are on the table. There's definitely someone in spirit on there. There may be surgery. For some of you, there is a hell of a lot on the table to do with pregnancies and fertility. So if you want to get pregnant, I think this is the time. Some of you might be having triplets. Others, there might be 3 friends all together and you all are pregnant all within weeks of each other. It's just like some sort of family commitment coming together. Now we are going into Christmas, so it could be where you're having business functions, but it's family business as well. It could be all the family coming together. I do feel there's an issue with one family member. It's either sickness or it's drug related, alcohol related, but it's not putting a damper on your shine. You do have something to do with possibility of someone with a heart issue, or something to do with their mind. It's upside down. It could even be where your wish is coming true, but at the same time there's something that's breaking your heart at the same time. There may be a procedure that's needed for someone, but whether it will work or not, I'm not too sure, because the 9s are black and red sitting together. There's also something to do with truth and lies. So you may be in a situation where someone's not telling you everything, or what they do tell you, you're trying to work out what's real and what's not real. Romantically, I'm not seeing 2 people in a relationship. I'm just mainly seeing stuff to do with friends and family for the month. But congratulations to some of you out there, because there's something to do with a baby boy. A pregnancy, fertility, baby boy, happiness. Wishes are coming true around a child. If you have a child, it could be a grown-up adult child. There's some sort of wishes for them that's coming true. And any of these stresses all up in your head here, I'm being told here to be more practical with things, especially with money. Make sure all the paperwork is right around money. This is a lot of money. This is like a payout. This is like superannuation or inheritance and things like that. Just make sure all paperwork is correct right now. Make sure it's all up to date, everything's done, because this involves quite a bit of money over here. So there might be some sort of decisions going on there around money. So let's see what your oracle is. Freedom. You're wanting to be set free from a certain situation or people or whatever's going on. Your wish is coming true. Receive healing. So either you or somebody else. I did pick up that there might be someone that needs a procedure or something like that. There's something sort of getting a little bit out of control. It's almost like you have a good sort of a reprieve here and then something not right again. But yeah, receive healing. If that's you, go and have a massage, go and see the doctor, go and sit and watch the sun come up, the moon come up, whatever it is that makes you feel better, go and do it and set yourself free from any toxic bombs. Like this 8 could be toxins, drugs, alcohol, it could be people too, and it could be internet communication that's something that confuses you or something that you need to let go of, and maybe you're letting go of something, some sort of communication. There might be some sort of letter coming in or some sort of letter that you're sending out. So that's what I have for Pisces for December the 1st through to the 15th. Hi Aries, this is your December the 1st to the 15th reading. Wow, the year's nearly gone. Normally I'd stop shuffling, but I've only just started shuffling for Aries. As soon as they flip, I tend to stop. Anyway, this is for you. This is your mini reading. Okay, that's dropped out, and that's a nice card to drop out, so we'll stop right there. Aries, this is your challenge or your problems and past. This is like the current situation. And this is the ending of the fortnight or a message or advice. So let's see how we go. Good luck. Okay, we have someone that has lied in the past. Possible air sign, doesn't have to be. Could be a dark-haired woman, doesn't have to be. The energy of the card is the air sign, the liar. She was impulsive, or she or he. Let's just go on the energy of the actual card. They may have rushed in with something, or you may have rushed in, Aries. You may have rushed in and said something or did something, and it's sitting in your challenge or your past or problematic area. You might be dealing with a problematic person as well. Yet we have truth and lies here. So I feel like some sort of communication that came in was not in your favor. It may have concerned a job, money, a payout. If you got $9,000, $9,000 was spent, and now there's more work to try and build the bridge back up again. You're not sure where to go financially. For some of you, this may be to do with a pregnancy issue where it's been very difficult, or you weren't ready to be pregnant, or you just can't seem to get pregnant. Also, in relationships, I just feel this is something to do with truth and lies, and forced changes that you have had to endure because of somebody else. Or you rushed in, as I said, because this can all be reversed, that you did it or they did it to you, and you forced changes. Changes have to happen. It's the wheel's spun. It needs to happen. Yeah, another 7's on the table, so we've got double 7s and double 9s. So there's someone in spirit. I feel it's a female energy. She may have been a bit impulsive when she was alive. She normally would be the truth teller. She would normally rush in and get everything done, but yeah, before she passed, she may have gone off the rails a bit, or she may have had surgery that didn't work, something like that. She's around you. She's trying to come in and help you to make changes and help you to make decisions. You've got another financial card on the table now. 7 of Pentacles is building for your nice bright future, paying off that house, buying that car, traveling. It's upside down. So I feel for some of you, you may have had to tap into money savings because the money that came in went straight out, and now you've got more bills and you're not sure what to do. So you're tapping into financial situation that you were supposed to leave for your future. So that's a little bit bleak at the moment. I'm not seeing any romances yet. Okay, we have where you're struggling to pay for someone's happiness. Now, what I mean by that is this is usually a celebration where the two jacks come out on the table and we got the soulmate and then we got the diamond. That's usually a buck's night, a hen's night. So that would tell me there's someone's wedding. You might be planning your own wedding, your engagement party and everything, and you've spent way too much money. You were impulsive in the past, and now you're trying to tap into money that's supposed to be for your future, and you're feeling like it's very irresponsible. If this is not you, someone did this to you. If this is a work situation, this is a job offer and the money's just not right. Romantically wise, I'm not really seeing romance. You do have the soulmate card. It could simply be a dog, a cat, a child, something to do with finances and health. This is where you make changes for your future, for your financial future, for the better, but you're tapping into something to get there. This is where forced changes had to happen. Be prepared for someone being impulsive and doing something wrong, because this can be irresponsibility. For some of you out there, it might be where you're dealing with an ex who just doesn't help look after the kids or pay for the kids and stuff like that. It might simply be about that. Okay, now we do have the romantic union in the future. A beautiful card for two people coming together and solidifying a union. Like I said, you might be trying to plan a wedding, a engagement party and all of that, and you just haven't got the money to do it. I mean, you can have a wedding or an engagement in your backyard and have very few people there, or just you and witnesses, and it still is a beautiful union. You don't have to have all the bells and whistles. So let's have a look. Okay, there's definitely someone in spirit around you. We get a lot of young male energy, someone who may have been impulsive, someone who may have been a bit reckless before they pass, something to do with the night time. They're in your mind. I feel they're trying to apologize for something. Now, sometimes it can be someone that was young at heart, that is in spirit, and they're trying to get you to work on either an apology or try and let something go, because I feel you're holding on to something from the past. I just feel like for a lot of my Aries people that there's a lot of irresponsibility around you, and I just feel this youngness about it. I feel like kids or someone that needs to grow up. I just feel like saying, grow up, grow up. A lot of male energy. It's stressing you out. It's in your mind and you're just like, I'm done with this. You want this. You want this commitment to the job, to the love, to the journey. You want two people balanced out, but you're not getting it. It's really frustrating. I'm feeling frustration and anger like with these people or this person. For some of you, you might have a teenage boy or daughter, and they're hanging around the wrong crowd and you're getting really frustrated with it. Now, on the lighter side of all of this, there is a buck's night, hen's night get together. Someone might be really irresponsible at the party. And then someone also might be celebrating that they're going into the police force and you're very stressed about that. They might be joining Army, Navy, Air Force, and you're just sort of like, oh, I'm very worried about that. But you know that they're committed to it. So there's a lot of different feelings I'm getting here, but I am getting frustration, and I think you're a little bit fed up with people. Or someone's getting fed up with you, because this can always be reversed. Reflecting on the past. Now, as I said, I do feel there's a spirit energy around you. It could be this woman, or it could be a young energy, a young male. Someone that was a little bit reckless when they were on the planet. They might have been fast-paced and they just needed to grow up. If it was a young man who was, let's say, 34 or something, sometimes his actions would be like something very juvenile. But I feel you might be dealing with children or three males or girls and boys or something like that. I just feel frustration around this whole reading. I've just cut on triggers. Someone's really triggering you, or you're triggering someone else. So be prepared for this fortnight of disappointment, anger, thinking that's it, I'm done with this, and then having this nice little commitment to something, and then someone just raining on the parade. Yeah, it does look like it's financial as well, and it's just sort of wanting someone to make a promise that they commit to this journey and they help you, but then they just don't turn up. So you might be a boss at somewhere and you work with a lot of young males or something, and they're just hopeless by the looks of it. It just looks like you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is just triggering me. So be aware of the triggers and be aware of what triggers somebody else. Sorry, Aries, but that's what I see this time. Pretty negative sort of tone to it. There's a lot of hard work, a lot of hard journey there. Keep plodding along, because you do have, all of these cards are very positive in your reading, even this one, and the nine of things. So all of those cards are very positive. So there's a lot of positive in the reading, but I just feel like there's a lot of frustration at the same time. And if you're going to make a decision to end something, you need to end it now. If it's someone's contract, if it's you walking away from a job, if it's having nothing more to do with certain people. I just feel like there's too many people in this picture as well. So that's all I have for Aries today. Hello, Taurus. Here is your, excuse me, still coughing. I just had a drink and it was cold and it made me cough. This is your mini reading for December the 1st through to the 15th. I hope I said that right on the last reading. I think I said the wrong dates. I think I said November instead of December, because it is November for me right now. So this is for the 1st through to the 15th of December. So we're going to read your past or challenges and problematic area. We're going to read the general atmosphere and energies for the fortnight, and sort of an outcome of where this is going. We'll get an oracle message, we'll get another oracle message, and we'll get some messages from the cards. So this is for Taurus. What's the messages for Taurus for the 1st to the 15th of December? The whole year is nearly gone. Okay, so we have 4 of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Wands reversed, Page of Swords upright. Wow. Okay. So, worrying about spilt milk, worrying about where's the money gone, where am I going to get the money, what am I going to do, trying to put structure in your life or in somebody else's life, trying to learn a lesson from the past, or you're wishing somebody else would. Let's get some more information on that. We do have a female energy in the reading and a male. Now we've got a male energy as well placed on top of this. There's lack of commitment on either your part or somebody else's. Now, I feel this is to do with work and finance. You're trying to make responsible choices, but I feel like you're fighting a losing battle with somebody else. So it might be where you've been putting $20 aside every week and you've asked the other person to do that, and the other person's just like, oh, but I need this, oh, but I need that. I just feel a little bit of frustration building. There's just like new responsibilities, but lack of commitment. And we do have where you're wanting money and not sure what to do, but there's 2 people that you're in communication with trying to sort something out. It might be too many cooks in the kitchen, basically, too many people involved. I feel like either you're not speaking up or feeling like you're not being heard. Someone's not listening. So this is a little bit frustrating. This is good as far as new responsibilities and taking on board something. It's also telling me that if you put in 5 hours work, you feel like you're getting 6 hours pay. So it's actually a good thing. But whether your commitment level is there or somebody else's is there, I'm not seeing that. Now, the general atmosphere for the week, the energies for the week, is all about defensive behavior. Now, it is upside down, so maybe it's breaking down those walls. Maybe you've been defensive and sitting on the fence and sort of like, no, I don't believe this, or I don't want to be part of this. Or someone says you were doing da 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 and you get all defensive and on your high horse, or if someone's doing that to you. I just feel like those walls are starting to come down. So let's get more information for Taurus. Yeah, there's a final decision being made either by you or somebody else. We have an earth sign on the table and an air sign on the table. Yeah, so doesn't have to be. I feel there's a business decision. There's nothing to do with love on the table as yet, but these three cards could change over here. But yeah, this is all about business, finance. I do feel that money needs to pay for something and then the money drops. But you or somebody else is making a final decision here. Barriers are coming down. A conversation that needs to happen or someone that needs to listen. It looks like they're finally listening and learning a lesson. It's a good lesson. It's a constructive lesson to do with finance and career and future. We have someone with a job offer. This person's fun as well as business-minded. There's some sort of offer there, and there may be something to do with movement and travel, and that might be why this card's sitting here. This could be where movement and travel is restricted. So moving right along. Okay, so we have the new friendship coming in. This is all business for Taurus. All business, work, money, driven. We have nothing to do with romance this time around, or even health. We do have something going on within a family unit. It may be a family business, but someone's making the final decision. We do have lies and deceit on the table, so be very, very careful who you trust. We do have a married couple here. When I see this, this can be someone seeing someone behind the scenes, and we do have a third party, but I feel it's to do with finance and money. So someone might be telling you, oh no, I don't have that money, but they do. Or you might be telling someone, oh no, I don't have that money, but you do. All in all, this is like building and concrete and learning decisions, making decisions, someone starting afresh. They're ready, they're going on the journey. We have the Page of Swords rushing in with new information, making changes. It can be impulsive. Generally speaking, it looks like, look at the diamonds, 6, 4, 3. It's sort of any money you were making, it just seems to be dropping and going out the door. And you get $40,000, $40,000 goes out the door, and then you've got $30,000. It's sort of like it's going down, but it's stable as well. Someone's learning a lesson, someone's not listening. Someone's not being heard, and someone steps in and makes a final decision. For some of you, this may be dealing with females and males' children, and it's where the parents are trying to sort something out financially with the kids. That's all I've got there. There's not really anything else to look at there. So let's have a look at your oracle message for Taurus. Surrender to the situation. Surrender yourself. It's just, this is how it's got to be. Transformation is happening. Things are going to change. Some of them change in the way you like them. Some lessons are learnt in a good way. Some are not. Some people are trying to speak up or listen, but they're not listening. New friendships coming in. Just surrender yourself to the newness of it all. And over here we have... No, I should have sorted these cards. Okay, let's see what I cover on this side. Boundaries. Okay, that's your boundaries. If you're wondering what I picked on there, it was nature, which didn't sort of make sense to all of this, but it might make sense to some of you out there. The boundaries. Now, I did say defensive behavior and the walls coming down, but you must keep your boundaries in place. Don't get used. Don't get asked to do something that you're not comfortable with. And be heard and speak up. So yeah, keep your boundaries in place. If this is with children and there's rules and regulations around it all, you're being told to surrender to certain things, but you're being told about the boundaries. And now it could be that because I picked on this about the walls coming down, it could be time to lower the boundaries a little bit or expand the boundaries. So that's what I have for Taurus for December the 1st through to the 15th. G'day Gemini, this is your December the 1st to the 15th. I've got to remember to say December. It's November at the moment, and I keep saying November on some of the readings. Okay, oh, cards are flipping for you guys. So let's have a look, Gemini. This will be your past or your problematic area. This will be the current energy for the week, fortnight, and this will be sort of like an outcome, and then we read them as a total anyway, a total story. We'll get some of these on the table to add more information for Gemini, and we'll do oracle from here and an oracle from here. So let's have a look at Gemini. Good luck, Gemini. I hope it's a positive reading. Okay, we have the Hierophant on the table. The Hierophant is all about the old school ways of learning, the husband, the wife, the marriage, the till death do us part. It's upside down and it is sitting in your challenge or your past. So for some of you out there, you may be in a long-term commitment, a relationship of some sort, and you may feel like some of the lines have been crossed or blurred, or it's just sort of not how it should be for you. Let's see what else information we get. Okay, wishes came true, but there's a government building there. So like I said, the Hierophant's all about, you put the ring on the finger, you dedicate for till death do us part, sickness and health. Like I said, it's like, it's not right. It's something didn't feel right about it in the past. There were changes you've made for your future health, your love life, your family, your partner, and you've been working on that. Then there's something that ended as well. So maybe if you're in a long-term commitment, your wishes have come true and you've made changes for the better, but you feel like something died along the way. Something's ended along the way. So you may have been in a commitment for a while and there were certain things that you did all the time, but something changed. It's sitting in the past or the challenge area, but generally speaking, these are really good cards, and this simply could be committing to someone, but not in the old school way. And this is just a government building. This is a court, a school. Yeah, it can represent stress sitting in it amongst your wishes, that you're really, really wishing for something. You're wishing for this to be upright and be the way it should be, and you're stressing about it when you're at home. For some of you, it could be where what you dream for and you wish for a particular home to live in, a particular house or whatever, it's not working at the moment. These are good cards, but this 10 sitting in the middle of it is telling me there's a problem there. And it can be where, like some of the other star signs, where you make a trip, you go on this journey, you go on this trip and you're set, and then the next day you wake up and you say, I'm not doing it anymore, and then the next day you wake up and you do it again. So it's sort of like where you're yes, no, and it could be reversed. It could be someone's doing this to you. Defensive behavior. Now I just did another star sign, so that shouldn't be on the table. I've accidentally put that on the top. Right, that's better. Yes, we definitely have a lot of stress and strain. You may be totally overloaded with love, with emotions, totally overloaded with responsibility, totally overloaded with work. I feel like you're trying to put stuff into a marriage or a commitment, and this might explain why it's up and down, because either you or the other person is spending too much time elsewhere, either at work, with other people. Yeah, there's something going on, Gemini. So let's just have a look. Ooh, this might explain everything. This can be a child, but it can be a third-party situation for some of you. You are making changes for the better. you got 2 sevens, both red. They're a beautiful combination to get on the table because they're meaning you're changing your future for the better. You're making movement in the right direction for finance, for your health, for your love life, for everyone concerned. I feel like you are not being heard, or there's some sort of argument. There's some sort of argument because this stress is building, building, building. Someone's going to pop. There's going to be an argument. If there is a third party, it may be an argument about that. And that might be why this marriage thing is something come in and broke this bubble, this bond. And it could be a third party. Now, all third parties are not always someone having an affair. A third party could be simply his mother, her mother, their sister, their best friend, someone interfering in your relationship and your business, basically. We have the long-term commitment person. So this looks like it's going to turn around because your wishes are coming true. They're on the table, wishes coming true, something that you want. It can be a medical thing too, and this would be hospital. This would be success, but there's something to do with restricted movement and you have to rest up, basically. I'm not seeing a sickness. I'm seeing more something to do with an operation for an injury or something like that, and which restricts movement or speech. So that would be the doctor and all of that sort of thing. Okay. New beginnings and everything working out. So if it's a medical situation, this is telling me it's all smooth sailing. It's all coming. Romantically, this is commitment, guys. This is the love commitment, the financial commitment, the stability, starting afresh. So if there was a third party thing, a bit of an argument, you need to speak up. You need to be heard about these frustrations and things that you're feeling here. And it's going to work out for the better. For some of you, there's an engagement ring on the horizon. Now, this could be letting go of something from the past as well, walking away from a situation that's just too difficult and having something that works. But there's a celebration at hand, there's an engagement party, there's a business offer for some of you, and it makes you feel very, very good. You may be working in the counselling field, and this is why we got a government building over here. You may work in a hospital working with people's minds, pregnancies. There is pregnancy on the table and baby boy for some of you, so congratulations. Yeah, nice cards, but get rid of the stress, let go of the past. If there's an argument that needs to happen, get those words out there, be heard, and then you're celebrating over here. And for those of you with any kind of injury or whatever, rest up, withdraw, stop getting on your feet, because you will be dancing in the future. This is where everything's better. Sanctuary. You need to withdraw from certain stressful situations and do what makes you feel happy. If you like to cook, go and cook in the kitchen. If you like to go swim in the ocean, get the swimmers on and off you go. Whatever makes you feel calm and relaxed, it's time to do that. And get out of your head. We got mental repetition on the table. That could be this, the problem area. That's going over and over and over a situation that looks to me like it's dead and gone. But here it's where you're revisiting it, or someone's revisiting you from the past, and it just makes you go into this mental repetition type phase. So let that go, because your happiness is assured over here. It looks like towards the end of the fortnight, when you get closer to the 15th, you're going to be quite happy here. So good luck, Gemini. Nice reading there. Or something might be happening in July next year as well for some of you. There's movement going on there. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Moving right along to Cancer. Okay, Cancer, so this is your mini reading for the 1st to the 15th of December. And hopefully you get a nice positive reading today. So let's have a look at what Cancer has to lay out on the table. Okay, so this is your past or problem area for Cancer. This is the sort of general atmosphere for the fortnight. And this might be an outcome of where things are headed towards the end of the week. So good luck. I've done some positive and not so positive readings today, so let's see what we get for Cancer. Okay, an offer of love that you're not sure whether to believe it or not. It's upside down. You're wondering whether it's short-lived or whether it's for real. Now, the Jack of Hearts, I've mentioned this before in other readings, the Jack of Hearts in this deck I have here is the soulmate. So Page of Cups can be soulmate, but in tarot, in general terms, the Page of Cups got a love offer, but you're not really sure whether it's just a little bit of fun or it's going to fade out. Now, it is upside down, so I feel like for some of the Cancerians out there, you're worried about love. You're worried about where it's going, how long it's going to last, or you're worried about this offer that someone's giving you. You're not sure if it's real or not. Also, that can be a water sign. So let's have a look. Let's get more information for your past or your problems. Okay, there's something to do with an air sign that's sitting in your past or problem area. It doesn't have to be an air sign, and it can be a dark-haired woman. She could be impulsive. She's usually the truth teller. She rushes in and has something to say. Now, these are actually positive cards. For some of you, it's making up with someone. It could be a friendship that you're making up with someone that you've had a bit of a problem with. It could also be something to do with a baby boy. So congratulations for some of you out there. You're making changes for your financial future, and you may be assisted by this person. Or she had something to do with your financial future for movement in the right direction with money. But she is sitting in the past or problem area. So I feel like you made some sort of decision to make up with someone. You're questioning whether their love for you or what they're saying is correct or real. And then you're just sort of going on this agenda with, I'm just going to work on my money and my career and my future. So let's have a look. Now we have a Page of Wands upside down. That's your need to travel and branch out. Again, it's an offer that's coming in. You don't know whether to trust it or not. You're sort of questioning everything. So let's have a look. We got 2 5s. So you feel like the truth in the past is turning into lies. Truth and lies are on the table. We do have someone offering you commitment, and we do have stability in working on the future. We have celebration coming together, but we have this possibility in the middle here where you're up in your head and worried about what's being said, or for some of you, you're in a commitment and there's something that either you're not listening or they're not listening, or you're just not talking about it. And for others, there could be an argument, possibly about finances, possibly about another person, possibly about travel, a car. So there's a few different things here about what this argument might be about. But it's, like I said, over here, it's like where you made up with someone from the past, like there was some sort of making up going on. You don't really trust it. You're trying to trust it. You're not sure. So you've went on this journey about making changes for your own future. Now, this could represent you, even though it's a dark-haired or air sign or whatever. It could be you, that you've been very depressed, very withdrawn, very negative, or all up in your head, and you're trying to make everything right. And it's the same over here. It's like you're trying to make things right. You feel like there's little bits and pieces where you're happy, but then you're worried about this here. So let's just see your outcome towards the end. Upside down again. All your cards are upside down. So what I have to say to you is the offers are there, the offers of love, the offers of work. It's just not happening as fast as you want it all to happen. We have an air sign and an earth sign on the table. We have... Actually, wands are fire signs, aren't they, in the tarot? I always call them earth signs. To me, clubs is earth signs, and wands and clubs are the same thing. So take it as you will. It might have nothing to do with a star sign. We have dark-featured people on the table. We do have the water sign or the fair-haired person on the table as well. So your future's showing someone that gives you grief. It's a female energy, but it doesn't have to be. It just feels like someone that normally they got an offer, they're fast-paced, they're busy and everything. I just feel like you're just not trusting someone, and maybe they shouldn't be trusted. Let's just have a look. No, there's an offer there. You should take it. I think on the 8th, you're going to be very happy. I think there's an invitation to a party. You're getting nice news about love, commitment. All of these cards, if we take this 5 away and we turn them all upright, you have it all going, Cancer. So what you need to do, I believe, is start to have a bit of trust. I feel like this thing, whatever it was in the past, or this double-sided sword behavior, there's nothing to do with third party in here, even though we do have 2 males and 2 females. They're young and they're older, or well, not necessarily. I feel you need to trust in a person or a situation, because it's going to bring you a lot of happiness and stability. And this is where your mind gets settled and you go, we're on a new start. This is going to bring me a lot of happiness. There may be something around a female who's not quite right, or something where, like I said, she's normally helpful and a good friend and very busy and everything. She may simply not be well at the moment. Or it might be the wrong person that you talk to. But I just feel like you've got everything going. It's just this one little niggly thing. This is the outcome. So your outcome is very, very good. But during the fortnight, it's sort of like where you're revisiting something. Is this true or is this a lie? It's something to do with work as well, either your work or your partner's work or someone you're dealing with work. Money looks like it's increasing, which is great, and really increasing here. So you might be working on something. You might be working on a new job, a new business plan. You might be working like me on the internet. It looks like it's picking up. So let's see your oracle messages. Lovely cards for Cancer. I think the last few readings have been pretty down and out. New beginnings. Yay for Cancer. Everything's going to happen. Beautiful new beginnings. For some of you, this is a baby. I'd have to say it's a baby boy. Yeah, new beginnings. You need to trust. Your trust will build. There's going to be a lot of dealings with other people. There may be communication in a good way. There may be something that you see that makes you feel quite happy. Or there may be someone coming in with information to talk to you, and it puts away this past stuff. Someone might be coming down to sit with you and tell the truth. So let's see. Negativity. Don't let it creep in. Don't let that negative side of your brain creep in to ruin this happiness. You can have it all going on if you want it. I feel for some of you, you're in 2 minds about a person, a situation. You don't know whether to trust or not. I'm feeling like you can. I'm feeling like this is the right thing to do, and keep a positive mindset. This is a positive mindset as well as a new beginning. And it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. Be wary of what you eat and drink and all of that sort of thing as well. It looks like you're focusing on that as well. And you're going to do it right, and you're going to get a nice surprise in the future. So there you go. That's what I see for Cancer. Hey there, Leo. Here is your December 1st to 15th reading. Let's hope you get a nice positive reading. The last one I just did for Cancer was quite positive. It was really nice. There's been a couple of stressful readings and a couple of very, very nice readings. So let's hope that Leo gets a lovely reading for the first 2 weeks of December. So here we go. Past or problem areas or challenges, current energies for the month, for the fortnight, and an outcome to the situation or some sort of advice. So good luck, Leo. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, 9 of Pentacles is cashing in. So I feel that it's because it's in your struggle or your past area, you may have had to cash in something or sell something or tap into money that was for your future. and you're a bit concerned about it. For some of you, it could be about surgery or pregnancy or cesarean births. And for others, it's all strictly about finance. So let's have a look. Okay, yeah, like I just said, for some of you, this is about pregnancy and surgery. This is fertility, pregnancy, the 9 months, the happy event, the hospital, and possible procedure or surgery that needed to happen. It doesn't have to be cesarean. It could have been something minor. It could have been like a epidural or something like that. But this is in the recent past or right now. This is a pregnancy, a birth, or you may have just found out you're pregnant. For others, this is about a relationship and a family member, and it's all about sexual and love and wishes coming true after something very, very hard. I feel like there's been a hard event in the past for some of the Leos out there. Oh, okay, Ace of Swords upside down. Now, if it was that way, that's making a final decision and things going your way and a new start. When it's upside down, it's just not happening when you need it to happen, or it doesn't happen the way you wanted it to happen, or something happening at the wrong place, the wrong time. It's some decision you're making. I'm feeling like it might have something to do with a recent past event. It could be a legal matter as well. Let's just see. You're very happy about this wrong place, wrong time, or not making the decision. Unfortunately, you got double threes on the table and one's red and one's black. That can mean that there's some sort of third party situation going on in your love life or in your family. Someone's interfering. It could be a sexual cheating affair type thing, maybe not. It's not going to rain on your parade, because this is someone giving you a solid offer, taking you on a journey, very wise, very business orientated. It's making you very, very happy, but I feel like you might be letting go of a third person. You might be removing a third person out of your life, or it could even be a family member that you're just not going to have anything to do with anymore. For some of you, this is a message from the other side. I feel it's from a male. He may have had something to do with his head that went wrong before he passed. Something to do with March or October, the 3rd, the 6th, the 10th, or the 20th. Now, they may be messages about dates during December that they're trying to get through to you. They're sending massive love from the other side. They adore you, they love you, they respect you. And I'm just hearing baby girl. I feel for some of you out there, you were their baby girl. So I hope that hasn't brought anyone to tears. I tend to have clients, and when I hear something like that, it just brings them to tears. Tears of joy. Anyway, I don't like that your cards are black, red, because that can be where you're indecisive or somebody else is. But I just feel like this event here where something happens sort of not in your favor, or it happens at the wrong time and you're thinking, oh gosh, why did I say that when that person was in the room, or something like that, it works out in your favor because it makes you or somebody else very happy. So let's have a look. Okay, we have a tower event in the first 2 weeks. Now, this event I'm feeling like may have already happened where this person crossed over. And for you, it's been a tower moment. It's just continuing on. That would be where you're up and you're down about it. And this would be your thought pattern where you're really sad about that person's not here and it really stresses you out. For others, this could be a tower moment that's approaching to do with... Yeah, we got 2 kings on the table. Someone's making impulsive actions and just being irresponsible with their actions. Now, I do feel this might be around a health matter as well, or children. And it could be a family member that you're taking care of. It's sort of like where you feel like there's a really big push change going on around you, or someone that you love, or someone that you're trying to help. I feel like you're standing back watching somebody else be very, very stupid with their actions. and it's causing them their own grief. But it's spilling over into your actions. So you want to make changes and movement for the future, but you're really forced changes going on here to try and change this situation around. It's almost like you were in a stressful situation, things became happy, there was a new friendship, maybe a sexual type thing going on, then there was something else going on that sort of pulled you back a bit from it, but then you continued on and you had all this happiness and stuff going on. I just feel like you or somebody else is not looking at the bigger picture about what's going on here. If this is a third party situation, you're involved with somebody that's already attached to somebody else, it looks like it's going to come to an end. And I feel like it would be a female with two males, because we've got two males on the table. So you might be the female watching this, the Leo watching this, and you're involved, you're married and you're involved with somebody, or you might be single and involved with a married man, and then there's another guy that you're seeing or something like that. But if this is about a third party thing, this whole happy coming and going, and it should have ended but it didn't end, it's going to come to a conclusion. This is going to be a blow up over here. If this is to do with business, it's something you're very passionate about, because I do see that money was invested in the past. You keep plodding along with it. I just feel like this is like a tower, like, oh, I can't take this anymore. Now with the tower, it can be where if you don't jump in and face this head on, somebody else is going to push. So be responsible for your actions, be responsible with your words. Right time, right place. Let's get a oracle message. Change is going to happen whether you like it or not. We've got the tower there. The changes need to happen. I feel you started this change in the past and then you went back to something. Now, you may have been involved with someone and then you went, no, I'm not doing this anymore. But then you just felt so much love and compassion that you kept going. For some of you, this could be dealing with an elderly parent, and change needs to happen. They may have gone to hospital, you've brought them home, it's not working, and it's irresponsible of you to keep trying to do it on your own. The change needs to happen here. It needs to happen. The sevens, even though they're black and it's forced changes or somebody else has changed your plan on you, they always turn out where it was for the better when the changes come in. It just doesn't go according to the way you thought they would go. And your other one is either lowering the barriers or keeping the barriers up. So you choose what that is, but you might not need to put barriers in place. And like I said right at the very beginning, this might not be about a relationship and a third party. It might be about children. It might be about irresponsible parent that you're co-parenting and you're doing all the work and the other person's doing nothing, and an argument's about to come to force changes in your life. So that's what I have for Leo. A little bit negative. It started off really good, and just be prepared for a battle. I think there's a battle in this fortnight. If it's not in this fortnight, your double cards were saying 3 and 7. So it could be 3 to 7 months away, or there could be 2 events as well. So that's what I have for Leo. Hey there, Virgo. This is your December 1st through to the 15th reading. We're at the end of the year, guys. It's come around so fast, and what a year it's been. So this is your mini reading. We have your past or your challenge area. We have the current energies or the situation for the fortnight, and then we have a sort of an outcome or where things are going by the time we get to the end of the fortnight. Now, this reading is a general reading. It might not resonate with all of you, so take the bits that do and throw away the bits that don't. For cross watchers, welcome. Hope you enjoy the reading as well. Anyway, so let's get on with it. Mini reading. Good luck, Virgo. There's been some lovely readings tonight and some not so great ones. So let's see what you get. Hopefully it's lovely and positive. We'll just flip some of these cards so that we get things upside down and not upside down. Okay, let's go. So past or challenges area, we have, wow. Someone's healing from a broken heart. We have Three of Swords in your recent or maybe not so recent past. Either you or somebody else is healing from a broken heart. It would have been a pretty traumatic time for you or them or both of you. Now, for some of you, it can represent third party, but we'll see what else we get on the table. Let's have a look in your recent past. Yeah, there's some sort of conversation that needed to happen. It could have been through an email, a text message, something like that. There's someone irresponsible and some sort of conversation that went on. It looks like an argument to me. It looks like where someone said, enough's enough, I've had enough of this. But yeah, this is the news bringer. This is the Jack of Diamonds. That's sort of like a letter, a phone call, and it's not nice. It's like, it's happened, it's done, it's dusted. There was some sort of argument. It could be communication through chat or something like that. Now, it may be the Jack of Diamonds is that someone found out about it or someone looked at it. Like I said, it could be a third party because we do have a 3 there, and it is a black 3. It is the Ace of Swords, 3 of Swords, sorry. Someone was being very irresponsible. Either you, Virgo, or somebody else being very irresponsible with their actions, their words, their thought pattern was skewy. I feel for some Virgos, you've done and dusted with this and you're walking away from it and you're trying to heal from it. I feel also it may be, if it's a third party, that somebody else was hurt emotionally with all of this and you're sort of like watching this all unfold. So let's have a look here. Okay, Virgos, you have something to do with either an Aquarius on the table. Doesn't have to be. It's upside down. It's not what you think. So if this is an Aquarius, the Aquarius, what they were to you or what they are or what it was, it's not quite right. It's upside down. Now also the star is your hopes and your dreams for the future. It's usually like the most favorite one apart from the sun in the deck. It's like following your dreams, your hopes, your wishes, everything coming true. Now you may be having this argument with this particular Aquarian. This may be who's heartbroken. It may be you that's heartbroken. Mending that heartbreak, walking away from something. But anyway, this star card, it's like, don't give up on your hopes and your dreams for the future. It's almost like you're sort of like, I don't know if this is going to work out. I don't know if this job's going to happen. I don't know if this travel's going to happen, this romantic situation. So far, there's no romance apart from the broken heart here. So let's just see what we get there. There's no work either. It's like stress and arguments. Now, that's work cards. This is commitment to somebody, but it's not showing me in a passionate way. Now, for some of you, this is a job offer, and this would be where you were heartbroken, something went down in the past, and someone was irresponsible, something changed, a letter, email, something was found out. This is going into something new. This is a new beginning. This is the double jacks. Can be all the guys getting together, a get together with the guys, a bit of a chit chat. It can also be a bucks night, a hens night, where everybody gets together to celebrate a new union between two people. It could be a business celebration where $2 is turning into $5. So you might be getting an increase, and that might be what your dream is, that this job thing or this journey. Like I said, this can be a journey as well. It might be that you're sort of giving up on that all happening, but it looks like you're going to get some news. Good and bad news. It's like this is some sort of emotional thing ending here, and then it's like throwing yourself into work, moving forward. I feel like you're making up with someone. For those of you in a long-term commitment, there may have been some sort of heartbreak here in the past for you or them or both. This is like a new beginning, but it's not like it used to be, because this is diamonds, and diamonds can represent a coldness that's within the relationship. It works and it functions, and there's a lot of truth going on here. I feel like truth's being laid on the table. Future is, I always feel like the Jack of Clubs and the Knight of Wands and that, I always feel like it can be an offer. It's upside down. I feel like there's an offer that someone's trying to come in with to you with. Now, whether it's a love offer, a job offer, whatever it is, it's upside down. So I think you're like going, no, thank you. You're just like, no, thank you. I also feel like someone needs to grow up. I feel like there's some sort of juvenile behavior here, because we do have the young. It could be that you're young and it's nothing to do with growing up, but if you are older, or the person you're watching about is older, I feel like someone needs to grow up. There's been some sort of bad behavior in the past. It's caused heartbreak. And then it's where they're more solid and committed and moving on their journey and doing everything the right way. And then it's just sort of like, no. So if something comes in for the Virgos, someone comes in with some sort of offer, I feel like you're going to say no, thank you. So let's just see what else you get for your outcome. Oh, there's some sort of payout. Do you notice something, Virgo? We're going from 2 diamonds to 5 diamonds to 9 diamonds. That's sort of like reaching your pinnacle with finances. Hopefully it's not, because I'm feeling this silly boy type atmosphere. Hopefully it's not overspending. We have some sort of thing going on at night time between 2 jacks, like that's guys getting together at night. There's a female in the middle of it. Now it could simply be a conversation, because we do have a conversation on the table. It could be an argument about a female. For some of you it might be where there's 1 female and 3 guys, because we got 3 male, we've got 4. We've got 4 male energies on the table, so there could be some sort of argument about a good friend that's a female, or there might be someone involved with her and she's involved with somebody else. With work, it's sort of like changes are all happening within work. Someone's disappointed. I feel it's a female. There's also where you're looking to this future of making money out of money. It's something where this is usually about retirement and pulling in the money, like taking everything out of the bank and going on your own journey. For some of you, there's a bit of stress when you're at home, especially at night. There's something you're worrying about. It could be financial, but it could be a relationship, because you do have this broken heart in the past, immediate sort of past. It's sort of something hanging around, and then trying to cement this deal here. So anyway, that's what I've got for Virgo at the moment. Let's just get an oracle message for December 1st through to the 15th. Abundance. You need to look around and see what you have. You need to see what's solid, what's committed. Now, I did fail to mention that all the diamonds on the table could represent that something that you're trying to work on and grow, business, relationship, whatever it is, it's going to be very, very slow. But there is some female energy here that's stressed, angry, disappointed, especially at night time. Be very careful with your emails, your messages and stuff like that. I feel like someone might be watching or gossiping, and it could cause heartbreak for somebody else. But I feel also you're making up with someone. This is a commitment here. This is a commitment. There's a lot of youngness on the table. I'm just feeling like grow up. So I don't know if it's you're dealing with children, you're dealing with people that act like children. I just feel like there's games going on here. Some sort of games going on with someone. But you've got a lot, and I don't think you see what you've actually got. Or they don't. They don't see. Someone needs sleep. I pulled the card of sleep. Now that can be a business decision, you need to sleep on it. It can be a romantic decision, you need to sleep on it. It could simply mean that someone's very stressed, especially at night. And because you've got the nighttime card and the disharmony with home. So this is at work and chatting and having a good time. And then this is at home and stress, either you or somebody else at home. Someone needs to sleep. So that's all I have for Virgo at the moment. Not great, but financially it's looking on the up and up and up. Some of you might be traveling. You might be making travel plans. What's the doubles on the table? None. None today. No doubles. Apart from the jacks, there's triple. Yeah, so you might be making plans for future travels, future endeavors, new jobs. It's all going to be very slow. Be prepared for someone at home or you yourself at home withdrawing from a situation and sort of like going up in your mind and worrying and losing sleep. It's not too bad. I think Virgo, with the general atmosphere around a Virgo, they tend to like make a decision and go, that's how it's going to be, and on they go. And that would represent with this card here. So you have an air sign, you have a fire sign and an earth sign, or like you have your own sign, and you do have this Aquarius sitting central. But the Aquarius, it doesn't have to be an Aquarius, but this person, whoever it is, he or she, they're not what you thought, or you're not what they thought. There's something not right there. So there's some sort of ending, making up with someone that's solid, a commitment thing here. Happiness will come. Everything's very slow to happen. And if you look at it this way, this is major stress and heartbreak over here. This is still some stress there, but it's minimal. It's halved. So, oh, and this is a truth card, guys. So if there's something you've done wrong or something that's been going on or whatever, it might be time to tell the truth. This is like speaking up and getting the truth on the table. It will cause some sort of disruption in your life, but then it will be beneficial because this is like the payout at the end of it. And be wary of people offering some sort of deal or wanting you to come out with them or go on a job with them. It might not be right or might not be substantial. So that's all I have for Virgo for 1st of December through to the 15th. Hi and welcome Libra. This is your December the 1st through to the 15th mini reading. Past or challenge area, problematic area, general atmosphere for the fortnight and general energies. And then we have a sort of final outcome or where things are going over the fortnight. And I believe your reading last time was extremely positive and you're going on new adventures and that, so I'm hoping that that's all come to pass because we're now at the 1st to the 15th of December. So hopefully that continues on for Libra. I just remember out of all the readings I did, Libra's was extremely positive and financial and new beginnings. So let's see what we've got for Libra. Good luck, Libra. Hopefully you get a good reading again. You're hanging around waiting for something. We have the Hangman. That can be a good thing. That can be where you're observing other people. You also could be observing, how did this person get to be where they are? I need to watch things that they do and maybe approach my life, my career, my love life, whatever it is, in the same fashion that they did. But some of you may be hanging around waiting for something because it is sitting in your past or your problem area. Okay, we have a young male on the table. We also have the overseas card. We have a truthful conversation going on. We have movement, we have making up, but it causes you stress because we have feeling stressed when you're at home. You're wanting something to change here. You're wanting a make-up or a decision. The male, if it's male, it could be a female. They're looking at stress and they're discontented or they need a rest from something. For you, it's like, I just want to tell you a truth, or they want to tell you a truth. But it's almost like you're hanging around waiting for someone or something. To do with work, this is a job opportunity and it all looks nice, but there's something to do with home life. When you go home, you're not comfortable or you're feeling a little bit stressed there. For some of you, this is something to do with a baby boy and a baby girl. And also to do with travel. You want to travel, you want a new car or you want to go on a plane, but then there's restrictions and problems at home. So I just feel for some of you, you're withdrawing a little bit. Ooh, okay. 10 of Swords. Now, Ten of Swords can be Ten of Spades. That's a government building, an official building, court of law, school, learning. So some of you might be in that kind of atmosphere. For others, the Ten of Swords is where you've come out of your Nine of Swords, where you had sleepless nights and worries and fears and everything about something, and you've made a final decision now. It's come to an end. It's coming to an end. You're making a choice that's it. It's reached its pinnacle. It's done. Okay, you have wishes coming true concerning some of you. This is pregnancy. This is 9 months. This is fertility problems. You may have had a pregnancy in the past and lost a pregnancy, and then now you're pregnant again. It's still problematic, but wishes are coming true. That would turn into the hospital. And we more so have baby boy on the table than baby girl. So for some of you might already have a little girl, and you're now having a little boy. And then that could be reversed. So romantically, I feel that you're hanging around waiting for something. It's stressing you out. You've decided that no more stress and everything. You made a decision that that's done and it's final. And this is a new friendship blossoming. But you still have this other, it's almost like some of you are finding out about a third party situation as well. And it's causing you stress, but not as much as you would like to see, what I'd like to see for if you found out about a third party. So that might tell me that you have someone on one side and you have another person. But it simply could just be a sex, fertility, fun, friendship, and new people. For some of you, there may be fertility issues or problems within your bowel, bladder, all the lower part of the body, all the organs, the kidneys, the liver. There may be something like that going on, and that might be hospital for some of you. So let's just see your outcome towards the end. Very, very knowledgeable, learning. So like I said, this could be school, and this would simply be new people that you're schooling with. There's going to be someone come into your work life or your relationship life that you don't really get on with. It's sort of like chalk and cheese with you and this person. So, oh, okay, I was going to just take one of them. So there's someone very knowledgeable, and also you're trying to manifest a new situation. Wow. Some Libras, you're going to be very, very happy. Everything's going to turn around. Wish fulfillment. For some of you, congratulations. This is births. This is new beginnings. Making up with someone. We have the emotional female, and then we have the dedicated, offering opportunities. Within work, this is really good opportunities for the future. This is learning from higher ups. I'm not seeing finances here. The finances are here at the beginning. I think this is more about relationships. But I'm not seeing 2 people in a relationship together. I'm seeing more of 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. It's all newness and it's new crowds, and you're going to be very, very happy, Libra. So another good reading for you guys. Your oracle message is make sure you listen. Now that could be listening to messages that you're getting. You might walk into a room and you've got some sort of problem with someone called Rebecca, and you don't want to think about Rebecca. And then you walk into a room and someone shouts out, Rebecca. Now that's telling me that you might need to listen to what your heart's telling you, what your head's telling you, what your gut's telling you, or you might need to actually listen to the messages that are around you, because it might be telling you it's time to go and make amends with Rebecca. That's just an example. But yeah, you might hear a song that relates to somebody else, or you might smell their cologne. I do have to say, for some of you, there is someone in spirit, a family member or a good friend. They're sending love across the miles. They love you, they adore you, they're watching your journey, they want you to be very, very happy. The reason they would have passed, it would have had something to do with hospital. They would have been in hospital. Something to do with the kidneys, the liver, the internal organs in the pelvic area. But yeah, they're sending you love. So listen for them as well. They're trying to talk to you in your dreams. They're trying to give you messages. But they're watching you on this beautiful journey. Okay, and always take time out and replenish, relax, rest. Don't force yourself to do something when you're just too tired. Go to bed, wake up and start again. But yeah, this is always make sure you're feeding yourself properly, make sure that you're feeding your mind, your heart, your soul, replenish. And that's all I have for Libra for December the 1st through the 15th. Good luck, beautiful reading again, wishes coming true and happiness fulfilled. Hey there, Scorpio. This is your November, this is December the 1st through to the 15th mini reading. As per usual, we have the challenges or problem areas or the past. We have the current situation or the energies going on. We have some sort of outcome or towards the end of the fortnight. We're going to put some of these on to get some more information, so we'll get shuffling. So this is for Scorpio, for December the 1st to the 15th. Sorry, I've got like a million things in my mind right now and I just lost track of something that just then. Okay, so this is for Scorpio, December the 1st through to the 15th, 2020, mini reading. So good luck, Scorpio. The cards will be read as how they're facing me, not you. So let's see. We have reversed 5 of Wands in your past or challenges. So it looks like there's been some battles, possibly battles of words, possibly where... it could be where someone's not speaking up or not speaking the truth. We have a Ace of Pentacles as a current situation reversed. And we have the World also reversed. Okay, so straight up what I'm feeling is that there's things that you want to happen. There's things that you want to do. There's things you want to change. There's things you want to start. It's all delayed. Everything is delayed for Scorpio. So let's just have a look what we get here for this battle and challenge in the past. Wishes coming true, but it's a battle. So it's almost like you had your wishes, financial wishes or a relationship issue, whatever it is, it's like it come true, but somebody else is having a battle about it. Now, sometimes this could be an inheritance. It could be an inheritance. It could be a payout. There's some sort of battle going on, battle of words, battle of paperwork, someone he said, she said, but this is not negative. This here is the truth teller. It can be a lawyer, it can be a police officer, military, something like that. Now, part of this is to do with passion and love. There's a whole flip side to this where this is pregnancy and baby boy. So, and it's nothing to do with a battle. So some of you, that might make sense. You might have recently had a baby boy or found out you're pregnant with a baby boy. But these are positive cards. These do not read negative for me. I suppose the Nine of Diamonds can read as sharp and unexpected. It can be surgery, but I'm not feeling surgery. I can feel that it's possibly sharp and unexpected. Maybe you're thinking, wow, finally the money's come in, things are all working out, but you've got a big battle going on. Now, the battle, it's not as bad as it seems, and I think it can be sorted out. So moving right along, it looks like you're going to be dealing something to do with money, something where you want to put the money, investments, making a new start, but something's not sorted out for you to move forward, or someone's not on board with all of this. So let's have a quick look. What else do we have? Right. We definitely have a fertility pregnancy symbols on the table, the new parents. For some of you, you might be going it alone. You might have got pregnant and the relationship itself is rocky, and you feel like you might be going it alone with all of this, and that might be why this new start is upside down, because you thought it was all your wishes coming true, and then things are rocky within the relationship. Someone's not committed. Someone's not on board with what's happening. The good news is the 6 is turning into a 2, which means whatever the fuss and the problem is, it looks like it's getting easier. It looks like it's coming down. For some of you, this could all be about a new friendship. wanting to make a new start. It might be a new relationship. You want to take it further, but it's just not happening right now. It's sort of a bit stuck. Now, for the World card being upside down, it could simply mean you want to travel the world, you want to get on a plane and everything. You just can't do it right now. Maybe financially, maybe it's to do with COVID. But for some of you Scorpios out there, this could be where someone is actually at a distance from you. They're overseas. The other thing is where this is showing me frustration, like you want everything. You want everything happening now, and you've tried to have a battle of words with someone. It doesn't work. You in the past, you were happy and secure and you thought everything was going well. But you're just feeling like, is this a friendship? Is this cemented, this relationship? It feels like a bit rocky for me. So let's just see your outcome towards the 15th. Okay, we do have double threes on the table. For some of you out there, this is about a third party situation. It could be some interference from a friend or a family member. It could be a natural affair. It's causing major dramas, lots of jealousy going on, disappointment going on. I feel like everything's starting to be too much work. It's just too much. And I also feel like someone who told you something, they actually meant something else. And it's sort of like, in one way, you've got a battle turning into truth, or lies turning into truth, or battles turning into stability. Then you have this friendship thing or a sexual type thing, and then you have it it doesn't work. It's like it's gone sour. But like I said, this could be interference from an outside source, from kids, from parents, from friends that are just having too much to do with your business. And for some of you, not all, some of you may be having a rocky relationship because you feel that there's somebody else involved on the outside, like an affair is going on or something like that. I'm not really seeing that though. I'm seeing it's more like worries and fears around that. And I just feel like it's someone invading your space, your partnership, your relationship. Now, for some of you, this is completely reversed, and this is what you're doing to somebody else. So also, Scorpio, I feel like some of you are on the market for a new car, and this is all paperwork. And for some of you, this is all about study. It's like where you've taken on some sort of new course of study, new business plan, and it just feels like it's all getting out of control. And what I would see here is you had this money, you invested in something, you had 3 people, let's say, working for you, and then all of a sudden, one by one, it didn't work out, and you're left holding all the work, and you're sort of like, how am I going to sort this out? Someone's coming to the rescue. This is like someone helping you out. It's also showing me if you start with $9,000, you're going to very quickly end up with $5,000. It's like where the money's dropping down. There's bills to pay, there's things to do. It's almost like splitting money up as well. So let's see, your oracle message is releasing yourself from the past, or freedom from worry. And also we have modify the situation. Modify, change things up. With work, like I said, if you feel like you've been left holding the bag, it's time to invest in other people's help and information. For some of you, this could be a lot of chatter going on, a lot of, not so much jealousy, but it could be stuff like suspicious behaviour. Some of you might be a little bit suspicious at the moment, especially if you think there's a third party involved. There could be a bit of an argument between some people, maybe family members. For others, there is a message of love coming through from the other side. I believe it's from this king over here, this man. He's sending lots and lots of love. He would have had surgery just before he passed. I believe he possibly had cancer, maybe kidneys, liver, intestinal tract, something like that. He's showing up to say everything's going to be okay. Everything will be right. It's almost like she'll be right, mate. She'll be right. So don't worry. He wants you to focus on your journey and your wishes. And yeah, so if there is a medical issue around you, something to do with fertility or bowel or liver or anything like that, It does show it reaching to a peak, but then it shows something coming in and sorting it out. So it's like something gets fixed here and it comes down by half and it's manageable. It's not gone, but it's manageable. But some of you want to go, you want to set sail, you want to move, there's movement and you're trying to do all the paperwork and the planning and trying to get, and you're getting very frustrated. I believe Scorpio's reading last time in the end of November and maybe even the beginning of November. I believe it was about this frustration and patience. So anyway, that's what I have for Scorpio for December the 1st through to the 15th. Hey there, Sagittarius. This is your mini reading for December the 1st through to the 15th. So we'll just get these shuffled for Sagittarius for the 1st through to the 15th. What we'll be doing is, as per usual, the past or challenging area, the general atmosphere for the fortnight or the energies and different things that might be happening, and then sort of an outcome over here, and then we read them as a whole, and we'll place some of these on to get more information for my Sagittarius people. Then I'll give you an oracle message from this deck and an oracle message from my other deck I have here. And so let's get on to it. This is your mini reading, so let's get going. Oh, and the cards will be read the way they're facing me, not you. So we have 3 of Cups in the reverse in your past or challenge area. We have the 7 of Wands in the general atmosphere in the middle, and the 8 of Swords for an outcome or something to be expected. So in your past, we have a celebration or a new start or making up with someone, trying to rekindle a spark. But I say trying to because it is upside down and it is sitting as a challenge. Now, for some of you, this would represent fertility problems. And it also could represent pregnancy issues and things that you're worried about. For others, it could be something about a gathering of women. I just feel like it's either not happening as quickly as you want it, or there's a bit of an issue there and you're trying to sort things out. For some of you, you might have had a bit of a falling out with a friend and you're trying to work out how to get things back together again. Or it might be a new relationship that you've got that's at the friendship stage, and you're wondering whether it's going to go forward or not. So what else have we got? Yeah, we've got soulmate and we got the hearts overflowing with love. We have a male, 2 males on the table. For those of you with pregnancy and things like that, it's showing me baby boy and happiness. These cards aren't negative. There's nothing negative about these 3. So you do have a little bit of a hiccup there. So this is telling me that everything's going to be okay. Medically speaking, it's showing you everything's going to work out. Financially speaking, it looks like some money's coming in. You have the soulmate there. Some of you might be worried about a dog, a cat, and a pet. It's showing me things will be okay, but money might be needed. And for some of you, you might actually have bought a pet and it's become a problem. Who's going to look after it? I want to go on holidays or things like that. But yeah, your problem area is showing that things are pretty sweet, but there may be a problem with a friendship or fertility or even something, the kidneys, the bowel, all of that. It's not major. It's just showing some sort of something that needs sorting out. It's just not right at the moment. Now, the general atmosphere or the energies I'm feeling for the fortnight ahead, it's standing your ground and fighting your battles. It's where you're holding on to something from the past as well. You're not letting it go as yet. There's conversations going on, but you're sort of standing your ground saying, look, this is how things are and this is how I want things to be. There's some forced changes going on in your life as well. Or you might be trying to force somebody else's to change. Here we go. This is the friendship that's a little bit broken at the moment. It could be within a family member. It could be a family member that's sort of sitting on the outside and just not welcome at the moment. It's not as bad as you think. It looks like love and happiness restored here. For those of you in a love romantic relationship, it's showing me the friendship zone. But it's showing me there's so much passion, sorry, I can't even speak, and it's got the soulmate on the table. We have a water sign and an air sign on the table as well. So let's have a look for Sagittarius for the future or the outcome or what might happen. We have where you yourself or somebody else is just totally over a situation with this Eight of Swords. It could be also communication coming in hard and fast, and it might be not something you really want to hear or you want somebody to know about. So this could be a secret being revealed as well. Or it could be you finding out some secret, something you've been wanting to know. We have a legal document upside down or a test result upside down. And when I'm saying a test result, I'm not talking medical there. I'm talking about you may have sat a driving test and you failed it. This is telling me to keep going and learn, and you will pass. So if you've had a bit of a failure at something, it's telling you to go again and restructure it, relearn something. Over here we have the fire sign. So we've got a fire sign, an air sign, and a water sign on the table. We could have a third-party situation as far as a relationship goes, and it might not be the friendship zone. It might be that your soulmate and you, there's lots of passion and love, but there's either a person, an ex, that's still in the picture for some reason, or there's an actual third person interfering in the relationship. Someone's got screwy thoughts. They're sort of like, they tell you one thing, but they actually mean another. You got double aces on the table. Now, they can mean being in two minds about something. Should I keep going or should I stop? Do they love me? Don't they love me? It's sort of like you're questioning something and you want to go ahead. This over here is like the go ahead, and it's all beautiful and lots of love, but this friendship thing or this third party or this ex being in the picture, it's just getting very frustrating. And I think that might be, this is where it's enough's enough. So let's say that you're involved with somebody and your ex or their ex continues to have conversations or contact you on, let's say, Facebook or something like that. I feel like it's either frustrating you or somebody else, and you're like, look, this has got to be done, and maybe that's what that is. That's where you say, look, you need to choose something and you need to stop. So that's for some of you, Sagittarius. So, yeah, so we've got pretty nice times going on here. We've got a celebration, we've got people gathering, we've got possible pregnancies on the table, baby girls, baby boys. I didn't realise you've got the baby girl symbol over here. So there's baby girls, baby boys. The 8 then would turn into some sort of medication is required or some sort of treatment is required as well. Some of you may have pelvic area problems. It looks like it's all going to be okay and be sorted out. So let's just get your oracle message for Sagittarius. All right, the truth is either coming out, or you want to tell the truth, or you're trying to seek the truth. But it looks like some truths are about to be told. It will create stability, so don't worry. It will create stability. And I forgot to mention this Queen of Diamonds, she can be sharp and unexpected. She can be a right bitch when she wants to be. She can be full on. There may be an argument with her. There may be some sort of disagreement going on. Your other card is giving back. So if someone's helped you out along the way and you have time to spare, it's always nice to give back, and the universe will give back to you. But also it could be reversed there. It could be where you did spend a lot of time helping someone or financially helping someone or in a love, romantic type sense. It's finally going to come around again, giving back. So that's all I have for my Sagittarian people out there. It does look like you've got some lovely events coming. It does look like there's some heart fulfillment there. For some of you, you may actually be embarking on a new relationship. Just don't be surprised if it's like you're feeling lots and lots of passion and love, but it's still a friendship at the moment. But there is that third party thing there where I feel there's an ex or another person involved in the situation. So that's all I have for now for Sagittarius. So good luck on your journey, and I'll see you next time.